Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today it's time to get our junk out and go tractor pulling or trucks, whatever you got. Problem is the tractor I'm taking is way in the back. I don't know if you can see it. It's the WC Allis, the tractor I won in the raffle last year at our Fall Nationals in Moses Lake. It's back there because that's the best way everything fits. So I got to get the Cheyenne aired up on the tires. I got two flat tires. Hopefully the battery's good. And then after all that, I got to get it past this tractor, the tractor right behind you, the Ford 9000, and the wall of the shop without hitting anything. I got it in here. I've had it in and out of here before, but I don't normally put it in here because it is that tight. So, and it's still decorated for the Christmas toy drive that we did last fall, late fall. So yeah, let's hope all the batteries are charged up and ready to go. We'll get all this out of here and make sure the Allis is ready to start pulling. Well, that's not bad. We got 2 out of 3 so far. And I don't know if you can see here. Let me show you. Here on the floor, I've got oil pans, even soup cans right there. But I still miss some. And I got 2 oil spots there and there. So I don't know I don't know anybody that has a tractor that doesn't leak. So basically, if it's not leaking, you should check the oil. So let's check the oil. Oh yeah, right on the full mark. Perfect. Okay, make sure the battery's hooked up on this. I don't remember if yeah, it's still hooked up. I couldn't remember if I unhooked that or not. So this is the Allis WC I'm taking to the tractor pull. This is my junk. I'm going to get it out and we're going to go have some fun. It's supposed to be about 80 degrees on Friday, Saturday. So 75 to 80 degrees this weekend. It's going to be beautiful. I'm going to get sunburnt. Oh my gosh. 2 years ago when I did this, I was wearing a hat. I forgot I had sunscreen in the truck. So my arms got fried. The back of my neck got fried. The sun touched me inappropriately. So I might take a pop-up tent deal, just to give myself some shade and anybody else that wants to hang in there. There's other tents there already, but I mean, I'll just bring my own. If nothing else, maybe I'll put it over my new tractor. So, some stuff on my hood. Look like sand. Doesn't feel like sand. So anyway, let's see if this starts up. Turn the fuel on. Oh, I don't remember how I climbed up here before. Oh wait, we can't go that far. I need to move all these drip pans. They're sitting right here, and these 2 oil spots I just showed you. And then we can see if we can get this tractor out of here. All right, let's get this mess cleaned up. Okay, let's see if I remember how to get up here without hurting myself. I'm up on the tire, I think. No comments about my big butt. I'll delete you. Alright. We're in neutral. We do have a choke. One of these is an electric fuel pump. There it is. Power on. Whoa. Okay, we need a battery charger. I can get off of here a little more gracefully. There we go. All right, battery charger. Be right back. Okay, been gone for about an hour. Left the charger on it. I'm gonna test it. That's on. It's on 12 volts. I'll hold this for about 5 seconds. So as soon as I hit that button, it went straight to weak and then right into bad. I don't know if you saw that, but that needle there went from started in weak, buried in weak, and just kept dropping down into bed. So I need a new battery. So I need to find somebody with a red top Optima. That's what's in it. That's what I'll try putting back in it. It was funny because that thing worked, this battery worked great last fall, but this looks pretty dirty and fairly old. So yeah, and I can't read the date because that clamp's in the way. So anyway, we'll get that battery out and we'll get a fresh battery put in it. All right, so there's the new battery. I got it installed. I went down to our local equipment dealer, Meridian Equipment. Called them to make sure first, but they did have a battery. So I ran down there and got a new battery. It's all wired up. Now we'll hit the switch and see if she fires up. Make sure she's still neutral. Pedal and perfect. So let's get that back on there. So I didn't try starting it. I just there we go. What did I do? What did I do? I left the fuel and the ignition switch off, and I just spun it over just to make sure it was gonna spin. So all right, we'll get this stuff out of the way. Over here, get this wrapped up. By the way, I love this box. Putting the battery charger in it. Got a couple slots cut back here for the cables to stick through. So if I'm going to leave it outside on a piece of equipment, whatever, I just run the cords through the cuts that I made in it, put the lid on it, and I'll walk away. It can rain all at once, so wonderful. All right, we'll get this cord out of the way. All right, pop up. Now, fuel neutral, fuel pump. We have pressure. We have ignition. So there's a gentleman that asked me about how this front end was mounted. Like I said, this is a Farmall F12 front end. The guy that built it put this front end on it. And there's a gentleman that was asking about it, and I'm sorry I don't remember your name, but we'll take a close up. I mean, it doesn't look terrible hard. I don't know if that's a IH steering shaft or not. And I don't know if he adapted it here. It looks pretty factory so far. Let's go over here. Of course, it's got the 4 bolts on each side for the weight bracket, which I'm about ready to mount up. But this is what also holds this steering box in here. Look at that. So I don't know what else to show you guys to, to see what you need to see to understand it. I don't know if the gentleman was interested in trying to do one on his Allis or what. See, we'll go back to the steering shaft. So there's the box. There's the shaft. Goes past that cross member. And right here's the steering knuckle. And there's your joint, and it just goes right into that shaft. So yeah, that's about it. Of course, maybe he meant that oh yeah, there it is. So I think this all up here is factory Allis Chalmers. Here we see some welds right here. There's a weld there and there. So he's got a mount or a gusset on the back. So this is probably just a piece of pipe. Yeah, there we go. And it just got welded into the bottom of this here. So, and was bolted in, of course. Yeah, so this gusset is welded on there. That pipe is welded. I don't know, this might be Allis Chalmers too. I'm mostly Moline, so I'm not against other brands. It's just that's what I'm into. This is my first Allis tractor. I have a garden tractor, but nonetheless. So it might have been all he did is he put this F12 spindles on here so you can get with the spoke wheels. And then a piece of pipe, or unless that's factory Farmall, I don't know. Yeah, and it's all welded into place there. And then it looks like he's got 2 more gussets. One here, and one on this side. So let's move around, take a look. There you can probably see the welds in this shot. There's one for each gusset there. So it's pretty tight. This gusset on the right is real close to the tire. This one on the left has got some space. So anyway, that's how that's mounted. So yeah, again, this looks all like factory Allis Chalmers, the steer box. And then yeah, it's just the wheels, the post down to the spindles. So all right, we'll set you up again, and then we'll get this weight bracket put on. So we'll buzz these 8 bolts out. As long as I don't move the tractor, the pedestal will stay. So I didn't realize that when I was bringing the tractor home and I had to take the weight bracket off. After I got home and got it on the ground, I decided, well, I'll put the bolts back in just so I don't lose the bolts. Well, this whole thing had shifted a little bit, and I couldn't get them back in right away, so I had to use a drift pin to get the bolts back in. Yeah, I know. I should get a bigger impact gun. Like I said, I have a air one, but these electrics are nice, of course. So yeah, someday I should get a 1/2 inch. Alright. So this is like 3/8 aluminum. Oh, and it shrunk. Uh-oh. There we go. Put that back on. Put a bolt in it. While I'm chipping paint, of course. There we go. I found it. Don't ask me if I found the hole. I found it. And I found it again. Oh, it's like I'm a pro. One side. So, it's tractor pull I'm getting ready for. It's the first one of the year for us. But it's like a 4.5 hour, 4.5 hour drive, I believe. It's in Othello, Washington. It's being held at the Mark Valentine's farm, but not at the farm, but it is on his field. It's going to be right next door to Waters Tractors. That is a, oh, there we go. Waters Tractors is a tractor parts yard. You can look them up on Facebook or online. Not so much into antique stuff. I mean, there is some older stuff. And Dan Waters and his wife, they both pull. So they'll be there, and we'll actually be parking back behind their scrap yard in the field, so, or parts yard. It's supposed to be 75, 80 degrees this weekend. So like I said, it's going to get hot. I mean, where we're at here, we haven't been out of the 50s yet. Now we're going to, even here at home, it's supposed to get up to 80 degrees on Saturday. It's going to jump. And nobody's going to be ready for it. Everybody's going to go outside and enjoy it and get burnt. So, but when we all get back to work next week, I'm sure a lot of people will be happy and going, ow, 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 but they're not going to care because we've been stuck in the cold, and it's going to be nice to have some sun. Not so nice when you're throwing weights, but anyway, let's get these tightened up. One's a little tough. Okay, there we go. We're all mounted up. This tractor did come with some weights, but not enough. I don't remember what I used last year. So, I mean, it's a sweet deal, isn't it? I mean, tractor's really good at 3 miles an hour. It's not a super powered tractor, nothing like that. It's just a bored over D17 engine, and it runs good. And he made it look good and set it up for pulling. I mean, he's got aluminum weight brackets. He's got the wheelie bars already on it. I mean, this is one of the earlier ones that he built, and he's just started building tractors with bigger engines, a lot bigger. So he doesn't use this a whole lot. This here, oh, this is it's my number from the Fall Nationals. So Came with a clip. It's all set up. It's just incredible. I mean, you know, Krusty, my Farm All H, it's ready to go. I mean, battery might be low, just need to charge it. Put gas in it, which reminds me I got to get gas in this. But yeah, he said he likes to run 110 octane or more. He runs C15. I couldn't find any C15. I ended up with C12. I tried getting C14. Where I went, they didn't have C14. They said they did on the phone. I get there, they didn't have it. Couldn't find it. So I took 2 cans of C12. So we'll get that mixed up. I want to get this thing washed up a little bit. You know, this aluminum box, it used to be mirror finish. It's dull. The exhaust tip, it's all burnt and colored. I don't know if I can polish that up again, but it's definitely dusty and dirty. I should get the pressure washer out. It's got grease coming out of a few of the seals that, you know, just make it look nice. It's got nice paint. It's older paint, but it's nice paint. It's pinstriped. Yeah, it's gorgeous. So, all right, let's get this thing cleaned up. Okay, I got it washed up. This is not polishing. Battery box is going to need more work. Doesn't matter, it's not going to help me pull. It just looked real pretty going down the freeway, right? So let me give you the information that I've got. So again, this is in Othello, Washington. So if you're in Idaho, Oregon, Washington, or if you want to travel, short notice, but for those of you traveling, this is going to take place April 28th and 29th at Valentine Farms, 721 Road 11 Southeast, Othello, Washington. Pulling starts at noon on Friday with some free practice hooks before having the 3,200 and 5,000 pound bracket pulls to finish off Friday. Saturday they're going to start at 10 a.m. at 2,500 pounds, 2,750. These are new classes. 3,000, 3,250. The 2750 and 3250 are new classes. 3500, 4, 45, 5, and 55 and 6. They will have heavier classes if enough tractors show up, or if any tractors show up. A lot of the pulls I go to, you're not turned away if your tractor doesn't fit a class. As long as, depending on the sled, if you bring a modified something, you know, you might get turned away because the sled's not built for that. But in most cases, this is an antique tractor pull, so we're only going up to 8 miles an hour, unless one or two of the guys decide to try something new and trying to go 12 miles an hour. You know, if they did some work over the winter. Let's see. Most classes will have the 3 mile an hour, 4, 6, and 8 mile an hour classes. There will be concessions on hand Friday at noon and all day Saturday, starting at 9 a.m. This is sponsored by the Columbia Basin Antique Power Club of Quincy, Washington. There's unlimited hooks. So, like I said before, it's supposed to be right around 80 degrees Friday, Saturday. So bring shade, bring a hat, sunscreen, bring a tent, which I got to load that up yet. I got to go check the tires too, so I can throw my spare tire in the back of the truck for the trailer. I think that's about it. If you want more information, leave a message down in the comments and I'll get back to you. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I should just leave the address and the dates in the comments, and then you can go there and check it out. So yeah, I'll be leaving early Friday morning. But yeah, if it starts at noon, yeah, yeah, noon Friday. I'm gonna get there by noon Friday. I'm gonna have to leave, I don't know, 6 o'clock would be safe. That should give me plenty of time. So anyhow, I'm gonna get this thing loaded up, chained down, and ready to go. I have a busy week after work with my daughter's sports, so there's not going to be a lot of playtime. Today's the day, and it's a beautiful day. Yesterday it was raining almost all day. Wasn't much. I wouldn't have wanted to come out here. It's blowing and breezy and kind of cold. So appreciate you watching. Thanks a lot. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again. Bye.